Anytime you're interviewing with a company, you're going to be asked a question that is absolutely critical, and that's why us? Why do you want to work here? So when you interview for Meta, they are absolutely going to say, why Meta? In today's video, I'm going to give you 4 different ways to answer that question in a way that will absolutely separate you from your competition and help you get a job at Meta. Let's go. Now I want to start with the 50-50 rule. The 50-50 rule is a rule that I came up with to help people answer this question. Why, Tesla? Why Apple? Why Meta? And that rule states that 50% of your answer needs to be about the company and what is inspiring about the company, whatever it may be. You can pick so many different things, but something about the company. And the second 50%, well, that needs to be about the role and how the role is a great fit for you and it's exactly what you need at this point in your career. Now, the first great way you can answer this question, why Meta, is you can talk about their mission statement. Now, Meta's mission is to give people the power to build community and bring the world closer together. You can talk about how that's inspiring to you. This is a great opportunity for you to leverage a story about how maybe you live far away from parts of your family and you're able to stay in touch by using Facebook or using Instagram or using WhatsApp or using Facebook Messenger as a way for you to connect with them frequently, share imagery. You can talk about how that's been a big part of your world. So their mission specifically resonates with you. So that could be the first part. You could talk about how their mission is inspiring, you've specifically benefited from it personally, and then you want to use the second half of your answer to jump in and talk about how whatever role it is a perfect fit for you now and where you want to take your career, the things in the job description. That's what you like doing, you are motivated by those things, and that's a good 1-2 punch. Start with their mission and with how the job's a great fit for you. That is a great answer. Now, the next thing I want you to do, this is a different way to answer it, but it's another great one, and it's their culture. So their cultural values, they have 6 values that are all important. There's move fast, focus on long-term impact, build awesome things, live in the future, be direct and respect your colleagues, and then Meta mates me. So you can go, I'm gonna drop the link right here for you to actually go to their cultural value page where you can read these specifically and find which one resonates with you. But if you are in a role that is in software development, right, this is like a layup to me. When you're talking about focus on long-term impact, build awesome things, live in the future, those things are great. So the way you would answer this is you go, when I was doing my research on Meta, I went to your values page and I read through and I was inspired specifically about build awesome things. The reason I became a software engineer is because I've always liked building things and creating, and I feel like Meta is a company in which I will be empowered to do that. Now, specifically, this front-end developer role is going to allow me to blank. What I did there was I talked about one of their specific values and how it was inspiring to me, and it was just something that motivated me, and it's part of my why, about why I became an engineer, and then I go into the role. And the second half of my answer is about how the role is a great fit for me. Whatever you are interviewing for, whatever type of role you're going to be, find one of these values, link it to your personal why or something that excites you, or both, say that, and then go into why the job is an amazing fit for you in your career right now. Now, the next thing you might want to do, and this one is one that I particularly like a lot, is talk about innovation. Innovation is one of the reasons you're pursuing this role at Meta. It is your answer to why Meta. So you can talk about how you see Meta as one of the most innovative companies and that in your role, you love the idea of contributing to that innovation. It's incredibly exciting to you. So I'm going to give you a link right here. Now, this link brings you to the latest news and articles about Meta. So what I would specifically do is I would go to this like the week before your interview, right? So whatever is new, whatever is innovative, whatever is being said about Meta, their direction, what they're bringing to the world, click on one of those, read through that article, and then that's your answer. So let's just say, for example, they were talking about virtual reality, right? Let's just say there was a VR article that came out about some of their cutting edge tech or the way they're going to leverage, AR. So you could say, one of the things that I found really interesting when I was doing my research on Meta is I went to your news page and I was reading through some of the new recent articles and I came across an article on AR. And I was reading through some of the ways that Meta is planning on using this in the future and some of the innovations, specifically A, B, and C, something you read in the article. And I found it to be really inspiring. And I thought to myself, I want to be a part of a company like that, a company that is doing that, a company that is innovating in the way that you are. That's amazing and it's exciting to me, and it's the type of thing that I would wake up every day wanting to do, which is what I'm looking for in my role. Now, specifically reading the job description, what I really loved was in the top of the job description, there was A, B, and C, and I love doing those things. Those are the things that give me the most satisfaction in my current job, and I'd love to be doing more of them, specifically for a company like Meta. Now, if you do that, you're going to crush it. You're absolutely going to crush this interview question. So go to that link, check out some of the articles, find one that specifically speaks to you, reference that in the first 50% of your answer. The second 50% of your answer is about the role and how it's in great alignment for you. Now, lastly, I think this is an easy one, but it's one that I'd be remiss if I didn't answer. It's talk about the platforms. You can talk about how Facebook has been awesome for you. You were a huge fan. Maybe you love Instagram. Maybe Instagram is huge for you and it's just awesome. So, and maybe you've been a big fan, growing up, or in your life, or it's one of the platforms you spend the most time in from a social media perspective. Whatever it is, pick one of them, talk about why it's meaningful to you and how much you enjoy it and how you love to be able to contribute to continuing to develop those platforms and making them more accessible and powerful for people around the world. The second half of it is talking about the job and how the job is a great fit for you. If you can do that, you are absolutely going to crush this. Now, this video is over, but if you haven't seen this video yet, what are you doing? You should go watch it right now. This video is how to get a job at Meta. And not only do I cover why Meta, but I talk about a bunch of other actual interview questions they're going to ask you, and I teach you how to answer them. And we talk a little bit about their culture, their values, all that stuff, but you should go check it out.